Hi, today's video is about a pair of custom jeans that I had made in Brooklyn, New York. So this is Fade and Glory. We are a denim-focused men's fashion channel for men of a certain age. Now I had made a video after I had gone to Brooklyn, and that video was sort of about me navigating there, me getting these jeans made. We saw a little bit of the folks that I dealt with, and I'll go ahead and link that here. And one of the places that I went that day is Fitted Underground. So Fitted Underground is run by Eric, and he's an amazing denim tailor, and has made for me some great jeans, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So if you check out the earlier video, you're going to see a part where Eric is laying out some fabric, and he's kind of discussing the various benefits of this or that. And at one point, you'll notice that I take my hand and I kind of rub them along one of the pieces of denim. And that's, in cinema, is what we call foreshadowing. So when I first decided to get a pair of bespoke jeans made, I thought that I knew I was going to go salvage, because why would you do anything else? But I thought I was going to do something really very traditional. Japanese fabric, indigo warp, white weft, and just a pair of very traditional jeans. And then I saw this fabric here, and we're going to talk more about fabric in a second, but before we do that, let me just say that these jeans fit perfectly. So Eric went through my measurements, made sure I was comfortable with everything, and just could not have nailed it better. But again, as we were going through these, this fabric really spoke to me. So this is a 14-ounce Japanese denim, and it is actually an 80% cotton, 20% linen blend. And come take a closer look at this fabric, because it's just amazing. So very, very forgiving, very comfortable. You'll notice that the fabric itself has a lot of character. It has that sort of slubby, or actually that sort of neppy texture. And you get these yarns poking out, and it's just really, really nice, moves really well with you. As you go around back, you'll notice that these have the Fitted Underground Brooklyn Bridge arcuates on the back pocket. And something that's kind of cool is that as the jeans fade over time, there's some material sewn in here so that when they fade, the roadway of the Brooklyn Bridge will actually pop out. Some other really cool details are, look at these rivets. So these rivets here are actually Eric's fingerprints, and he had these cast in brass, and so he went with these rivets on the coin pocket there. And then last and certainly not least is this really cool Fitted Underground logo button for the waistband. So this is a logo that Eric designed, and really, really cool. Like I said, I think that's hard enamel and brass. So again, from a fit perspective, from a finish perspective, from a character perspective, I got these in and I just loved them, and I needed to share these with you because these are just an amazing pair of jeans, and I really don't think that I could have done any better. Now we're going to take a look at the inside of these jeans. I'll show you those here in just a minute, and then I have a little bit of a surprise for you. So as I said, I have a little Fitted Underground surprise coming for you, but first let's take a look inside these gorgeous jeans. I love the architecture, the Brooklyn Bridge architecture, and the pocket badge motifs. Japanese fabric, made in America, proudly made in New York City. And now let's go ahead and do a little bit of an unveiling of our big fitted jeans surprise. Okay, so what's this surprise I've been talking about? Well, if you go back to the other video where I visit Fitted Underground, when Eric's laying out all of those fabrics, I think it's at 6 minutes, 5 seconds or so into the video, he's talking, we see this one, but then he's talking about this other denim, and it's a double indigo made by an Italian mill called Candiani. And again, double indigo, which means that it's indigo warp threads on the outside and then dyed indigo weft threads on the inside. After we get all that put away and I go through the rest of the bespoke jeans process, and that's where, some of the things I pointed out, right? Like you get to pick the pocket arcuates, you get to pick the rivets, whether you want the thumbprint rivets or if you want standard rivets. I actually went for kind of a mix on mine. You get to pick your button, whether it's a really cool design that Eric designed or if it's a printed fitted underground button. You get to pick your pocket. Yeah, I know, Kitty. I know. I'm doing a little thing right now. You get to pick your leather patch, your pants patch. You get to pick everything. Okay. So while we're doing this, my mind keeps going back to that Italian double indigo. And even at one point I said to Eric, I'm like, hey, maybe I should switch. And I decided not to. I decided to stay with these, and I'm really glad that I did because these are just great jeans with a lot of character. So with that, I now have these. So this is my second pair of fitted underground jeans in that gorgeous double indigo. Now, if you're saying to yourself or to me, why the hell, why do you have another pair, yet another pair of custom jeans? Well, I'd say you sound like my wife. And it's a hard question to answer, except that, you know, when I saw this double indigo fabric, it really spoke to me. Eric had called me up a couple weeks after I got my first pair of jeans, and he said, hey, you know, I have enough fabric. I just finished up a pair of jeans for a customer in that double indigo. I have enough fabric for one more pair of jeans. No obligation. I will be getting some more. I just don't know when. But I remember you had talked to me about them and you really liked that fabric. So if you want, I'll put this fabric aside for you. You don't have to pay me anything. You don't have to send me any money. And so I said, okay. And that's just the type of guy that Eric is. He's just really customer service oriented. It took me about 2 days to cave. And I called him and said, yeah, go ahead and make me another pair. Now, these are very similar to my cotton linen jeans, except I asked him to make them a little bit more relaxed in the block and a little bit more relaxed in the upper leg, but still keeping that taper that I really like. So I will say that as much as I love that other pair of jeans, these have become my new favorite pair. So I am filming this in early March of 2025, and I've been wearing these all winter. So, you know, denim, fading, washing, it's a whole big thing. But I haven't washed them, and I'm not going till probably about another month. But I've been wearing these very, very regularly, 3-4 days a week. They are just gorgeous. I've worn them to business meetings. You can dress them up with a jacket. You can dress them down with just a t-shirt or whatever. So they're amazingly comfortable and they're great. And yeah, so this is my second pair of fitted underground bespoke jeans. So I just want to say that custom jeans is definitely a unique road to go down. It's not for everyone. They're not inexpensive at all. And I think you have to be somebody who either just has a lot of cash to throw away or somebody's really committed to the art and the craft of denim. And if that is something that you're into, there are just a handful of people in the world that I can think of that I would really consider to be at the top. Two of them are in Brooklyn, New York. You know, one of them is Maurice Malone at Williamsburg Garment. And Eric had fitted underground. And like I said, everything Eric has done for me has just been amazing. There's Rotloff over in Berlin. And yeah, like I said, there's just only a few people that are really taking it to high art. So if this is something for you, if this is something that you think you might want to explore, then give Eric a call. Now, he doesn't know I'm doing this, by the way. He didn't pay me for this. He's not giving me anything. I paid retail for all this stuff. And but just amazing, amazing stuff. And I'll also say that if you're like, well, after you find out how much this all costs and you're like, I'm never going to pay that much for a pair of jeans. Luckily, everybody that I just mentioned has, a ready to wear line as well. So, you don't have to go all in on bespoke, custom, made to measure for you. You can go ahead and you can get jeans from Artisan Craftsman, very, very low run, handmade. In the case of Eric and Maurice, certainly here in the United States. So with that, I hope that you've enjoyed this look into the process, this look into some great denim. And until the next time when we talk about something for guys to wear.